Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for having you in our midst. Please, I just want to ask you some questions, and I just want you to give us your own view and your own perspective on how you feel and what you actually feel about this thing that I'm about to say now.
Okay.
This has been bringing a lot of confusion, especially in our youth today, in our young ones today. You have a dream of becoming something in the future, what really you want to become in the future. But then, some of you have a dream of becoming doctors, some of you have a dream of becoming lawyers, and diverse kind of potentials that you really want to occupy. So I just want to know, what can the youth really do? What can the young ones really do in order not to limit themselves? Because when you look at those various fields, some people are learning tailoring, some people are learning carpentry, and they are learning so many things. And then at the end of the day, when you finish learning tailoring, finish learning carpentry, your dream is to go and get a small chaos and then put in some of this tailoring aspect and be sewing locally. So we want to really change the narrative. How can we change the narrative? How can we pursue that dream and make it big? If you want to be a doctor, how can you really make it big? If you want to learn tailoring, how can you do it? How can you learn it and then open your mindset up to be able to make it big? So please, I just want you to share light into this. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, I will try to make it short, but it's not short. And I'm not saying it as if I am there in quote. I will only tell you my steps so
Okay.
far.
Okay.
Initially, when I was small, I used to draw. So they now instill in me that I will be an architect. So I applied for architecture. Unfortunately, they gave me another course of study, project management to be precise. So I have the skill, I have the talent, I can draw, I can do this. So prior to getting to the university, I went for apprenticeship to learn drafting. So I know how to draw plans. And then, as God will have it, project management is not too far from construction or from any of the engineering. So I was able to cope a little bit, but still wanted to cross to architecture. Though later I can't cross again. I prayed, and I feel I'm settled with what I'm doing. And guess what? The first job I got requires that drafting skill. So in between me gaining the admission into that course and me settling for that course,
Okay.
I had found out something that life comes in phases, and don't miss any opportunity. Whatever you want to learn, pursue it. In between those moments, I've learned a lot of software tools. I've learned little, I can't say proficiently well, programming. I've learned digital marketing. I've learned graphics design, and all of those things I just mentioned have been useful for me at different stages of my growth till now. At different stages. So we should embrace life as it comes and be willing to diversify and broaden your mindset.
Okay.
It is not only one thing per se all the time. Maybe few people focus on one thing and that's the only thing they do to life and they are successful in that thing. Maybe few people, but most successful people venture into many things.
All right. So, what do you have to tell the youth now? Those people watching you out there, how can they put in more, be able to see more results in that field, not to be able to limit themselves to little?
Yeah, I would say, thank God, we are in a world of internet, AI, and the like. So information is at our fingertips.
Okay.
So one thing I would say is, though you are focused on becoming who you want to be, try to be who you want to be, but also know that things are changing. So broaden your skill set, whatever is related to that which you are pursuing, broaden it to be more than just that one thing that you are looking for.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.